Jamz Radio Network.
31 minutes after the hour. 5:31 here on the West Coast. 6:31 Mountain Time. 7:31 Central and 8:31 Eastern Standard Time. Gee, Lisa, man, the Sunday night cruise inside 50, feeling good on a Sunday night, man. I gotta tell you, Lisa B, the love lines are jamming tonight. Everybody's so anticipating and can't wait for the king to join us on the love lines. Here in Studio B, the hotline is ready to fire, baby. You ready to go to New York, girlfriend?
I'm ready to go.
Get a little New York in your baby. It's all good, man. Let's go to the Love Jamz hotline and welcome our VIP guest, the king himself of Latin Soul. It is Joe Bataan. Good evening, my brother. Good evening and happy Sunday to you, man. How are you, bro?
Hey, Greg. How you doing, Lisa?
Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
What an honor to have you on the show tonight, Joe. Oh, my.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I'm just looking forward to it. I want to thank Ray and Manny and Adrian for the project and getting things underway, you know?
Absolutely.
Indeed. Hey, I got to say right quick, Mr. Bataan, thank you so much for joining us and taking time out of your Sunday night to join us on the radio, man. You know, to have a legend like you on the radio with us, man, is just absolutely a blessing, my man. I'm telling you, man. And I got to tell you, the new track, we got an earful of it today, man. And I'm telling you, it is straight up fire, man. Straight up fire.
It is fuego, Joe. I'm telling you, it had me moving and grooving.
I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad we got excited. You know, Adrian wrote it with me. We produced it. And we just excited. We just want that public to hear it.
Well, they're going to get an earful tonight coming up top of the hour, man. Coming up top of the hour. Hey, Joe, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing, man. You've been a very busy man, man. We've been following you all over the place, man. You've been flying back from the east to the west and everything else, huh?
Yeah, I've been blessed. You know, we just finished last night's gig at the White Eagle Hall in Jersey City, and we had a great turnout. The people were so emotional about all the old songs and things like that, you know. And of course, you know, I'm finishing up my memoirs on Young, Gifted, and Brown, Streetology.
Love it.
And, yeah, we got a couple of other projects coming out soon, and we're just excited. We're hoping for a good year, you know, with God's blessing and the big boss in our corner. I don't think we can do any wrong.
Indeed, man. And you know what? You blessed us tonight, man. I got to tell you. So 2023 is kicking off on a good foot. I got to tell you, Joe. I got to tell you.
Yeah, this is a record release for your song Forever, like you just said, written by you and Adrian. This is
a record release only, by the way.
Record release only, yes. What was the process for writing this song, Joe? Or how did you get hooked up with SOLA Records?
Well, I think there was a young lady in New York named Jackie Munit that was in touch with somebody in, it was Willie or in Las Vegas. Uh-huh. And they had wanted me to do something, and they got in touch with SOLA Records. And SOLA Records, when I was out in California, Manny and Ray got in touch with me, and they told me what they were doing. And of course, at the beginning, I had to feel them out, you know, see if they were really serious.
Right.
And I liked their attitude, you know. And then what I found out, we had a lot in common. You know, like when I was first starting in the music business, they were doing the same thing, and they wanted to reach la gente. And that was so important to me. And what the sound that they wanted, and it was a way to really reconnect with the public, especially the new young bloods out there, you know. And that's what we hope to do. So when I got the song, I gave it to Adrian, and he worked on it, and he came back and said, I got it. I said, what do you mean? And then I wrote the words. He wrote it, he sang on the background with me, and there it is. We hope it becomes history.
It will become history. You are actually making history. And I got to tell you a little bit, Joe, about our relationship with SOLA Records, man. We are really tight with Raymond and Manny, man. And I got to tell you, they are a solid bunch of cats, man. They are really the real deal, man. And they do what they do. And like you said, they're putting out the música for the gente, man.
There you go. That's true. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Joe. I've been a long-time fan of yours for years. I mean, since I was a youngster. You've been doing this almost 60 years. How does it feel after all these years to still be making the music that you're making and touching all the people out there?
Well, you know, I'm like a little child. You know, when I hear my stuff, I enjoy it because I know the mission and the journey that I went through as a youngster, and never knowing what was going to come out of what I did. and to hear my stuff after so many years and different generations that adhere to my music is just heartwarming to me, you know, and I thank the Lord, thank the big boss for guiding me to bring joy into the world, you know, to impart goodness to everybody. And when people enjoy my music, it gives me such a blessing. And to know the message that I want to instill in everybody is that love one another. And
that's
I try
beautiful,
to do that.
man.
Mm-hmm.
I said that's a beautiful thing. I love that, man. I love that saying right there. To love one another.
Yes, exactly. You know.
And I think in this day and age, I think people really need to focus on that today, man. I mean, that was the old school thing, but to love one another and to love and just enjoy each other, man, and to be unjudgmental, you know what I mean? And just enjoy the music.
Yeah.
And music is so universal. You know, Joe, you know as well as everybody, man. You know how universal music is.
It's true. It's it's a universal language.
It certainly is.
Once you find that secret pulse that moves people's hearts, then you can instill joy in them, you know. And thank God that when I was young, somebody showed me some kind of kindness. So that kindness reflected in what I do later on in life, you know. Unfortunately, there are some of us that never had that type of love when they were young.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's right.
Joe, I have a question.
It's really not their fault, you know.
I got a question for you, man. Coming up in the streets of New York, man, I know it was hard times and it was hard knocks back in the day. Tell me what really influenced you to get into music, man? What artist and what got you involved to get in music as a young person?
Well, you know, my first dream was to be a baseball player.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, Jackie Robinson was my idol.
Alrighty.
When I saw Jackie's story, and I knew that was exactly how I felt, that nothing was going to stop me, you know, race, color, creed, you name it. I was determined to do something with my life. That was always number one priority, you know. And I guess the big boss had his hand on me all along, and I probably didn't even know it. It took me a long time to get out of the darkness to really see the light and what was really important. So I've been rich the day I was born. I'm not rich now, but the blessing that he gave me life is how I used it. So if I abused it, then you reap what you sow. But thank God, able to impart goodness to the world.
Oh, man, words of the wise, man. You reap what you sow. I love that, man.
You definitely have blessed us with your music over the years, Joe. And, you know, Raymond and Manny, I mean, all of us longtime fans of yours, I mean, we just love you. But I'm just so glad that this track we're playing tonight, Forever, because we want the youngsters to know Joe Bataan and what we love, and we want them to love you as well. And this track right here is going to do it for you. It's a radio release of Forever, and I cannot wait for them to hear this track.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, that's a true fact, man. I mean, a lot of the youngsters are I think this is going to intrigue a lot of young people, man, because, you know, the bottom line is that a lot of young people are getting back into the old school.
That's right.
They're starting to feel the old school,
true.
man.
Thank God for them, yeah.
And
the collectors.
And we're trying to do that, man. And with your music tonight, I think that's going to be a big draw for the young folks to get into the old school and start doing some research and listen to all your old tracks and your old records and do a little research about Joe Bataan and how he got started and found your records and all the things that you did back in the day, man.
And this song right here tonight, Forever, is going to do it for him, G. I just know it. I'm just so happy that we're playing it tonight.
Fire track. And Joe, by the way, this is a radio exclusive, so nobody in the country's got this track as of yet. So tonight, it will be aired coast to coast, man. So this is the first radio exclusive from SOLA Records featuring, of course, the amazing king of Latin soul.
That's
oh my!
Right.
I'm getting all fumbled up here, man. I'm so excited to talk to you, man. As well as Adrian Carmine, man. This song is so hot, man. What do you got coming up in 2023? Anything you want to let folks know about?
Well, I'll be at the Globe Theater in downtown Los Angeles, February 10th. So everybody can come on down. I'll be there with the Temprees and Young Hearts, and of course many more. So get your ticket because it's the only show in town.
Hey, good friend of ours, Ron Prayer from the Young Hearts, man. He's been on the show too as well, man. He's another legend as well, man. You're going to be playing with Ron.
And the Temprees? Wow, that's a show right there. Woo.
Whoa, wait, that would be an amazing show, Joe. Are you going to be coming up to Northern California by any great chance in 2023? Because Lisa had the opportunity. She told
I'm
you.
hoping that they call me for some of the festivals up there. It's still time, for people that want to book. They can book through Radio or Manny or myself or Chico.
Okay.
I'm available. I'm on Facebook.
Because you saw him at Yoshi's, didn't you?
I've seen Joe a few times, and I will go again and again and again and again. Yes,
She
I
told
will.
me a little story about it, Joe. She said she went to Yoshi's one night, and you were performing, and they were on front of the stage.
Oh,
Tell the story.
that
Lisa.
was my 50th birthday, Joe, at Yoshi's, and it was special. I mean, that was such a beautiful night. You came out in the crowd, you did your thing, you were dancing, doing the mambo up with everybody. That was a live, all the way live. I'm telling you, you put on a show, that's for sure.
And then what did he say to you on stage about you guys coming from Sacramento?
Oh no, that was in San Jose.
Oh,
that was the
okay.
first time I seen him, and that was in San Jose. And 12 of us drove up there from Sacramento to see you, Joe. And you gave us a special shout out, and I'm telling you, you warmed all our hearts. It was amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. I do remember those nights. Those were blessings.
Well, we want to wish you love to yourself and Yvonne and all the family, and thank you so much for taking time out of your Sunday night to join us, Joe. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we enjoyed your company so very much, man.
Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon.
We will see
Thanks.
somewhere in life. I guarantee we'll go.
Most
we'll
definitely.
get an opportunity.
Without a doubt, man. If you're not doing nothing, you want to come down to the show, you're on my guest list anytime.
Oh, thank you,
Mr.
Joe.
Bataan.
God bless you. Regards to Yvonne, okay?
I will. Thank you. God bless.
God
All right,
bless.
stay. What I gotta say? Stay healthy, man, and stay safe in this
All
crazy world, bro. And we'll catch up with you real soon, Mr. Bataan.
Okay. Good night.
Good
All
night.
right, good night. We love you, man. Oh, Lisa B.
Oh, he's amazing.
The King of Latin Soul.
Oh, I'm just smiling
Joe
from
Bataan.
ear to ear.
You
I'm
see
telling
me?
you. What Niner game?
I had to take a breath. Right quick. I was like, oh my goodness,
He
man.
made
Oh my
me forget
goodness,
all
man.
about the Niner loss today. I'm telling you.
Right, I'm telling you, man. Hey, family, the love lines, coast to coast, 916-222-5269.
916-222-JAMZ.
WLCR, Legal Crime Radio, Hip Hop R&B, Reggae Old School with your boy G and my beautiful love lines, Lisa, man.